Today we decide who goes to the Super Bowl representing the AFC. Will it be the Indianapolis Colts or will it be the Cleveland Browns? The Browns start the championship game with the ball first. After a 3-touchdown performance last week, can Norman keep it up? Near midfield, Norman throws to Poole, who was one broken tackle away from a touchdown. 3rd and 6 now, the pocket is beginning to collapse. Norman panics and is tackled at the line of scrimmage. Matt Stover, the former Raven who got his revenge last week, comes in to nail this 42-yarder to give the Browns an early 3-0 lead. The Colts, unable to do anything offensively, give the ball back to the Browns. Norman throws to Woods for a first down. 2 plays later, the Colts bring the blitz. He throws it deep to Poole, who's one-on-one with Winfield, and it's picked off. That's Norman's first turnover in his career. Second quarter now, neither team able to do anything offensively. 3rd and 10, Browns. Norman throws to Poole, but doesn't have the mustard to get there before the defender picks it off. Second on the day for Norman. He might be seeing ghosts, and not the Patrick Swayze kind. Later in the second quarter, Colts in Browns territory, hand off to Edgerrin James. To the right, outruns a tackler, and look at the blocking by the receiver. Open space and into the red zone. A play later, Browns bringing some pressure, and yes, that is Trent Green, throwing a touchdown to Oronde Gadsden, one of my favorite players in my childhood. The Colts are now leading 7-3. Very interesting, the Browns put in Mr. Kennedy for the start of this drive. I don't believe he threw a pass last week and was used exclusively for running. Today was more of the same. A play later, Kennedy doesn't even consider throwing it. And why should he when they're giving up that much space for him to run? Getting another first down. 3 plays later, the Colts bring the blitz under pressure. Kennedy throws deep, but it's underthrown, picked off for the Browns' 3rd interception on the day. The Colts, under 2 minutes to go, hand it off to James, who kicks it to the outside with stellar blocking and gets a first down. Another play later, Trent Green throws no eggs but is going ham as he hits Andre Davis in stride, who kicks it into another gear and takes it to the house. Yes, that is the same Andre Davis who was with the Browns last year and gave them that memorable moment 2 years ago in the divisional round. Colts up 14-3. Browns trying to get something going before half. Kennedy still in the game, offensive line falling apart. Kennedy scrambles and is yanked out of bounds by the face mask by Bob Sanders. Now in Colts territory, Kennedy drops back and again doesn't even consider throwing. Scrambles for another first down. The Colts are in prevent defense, making sure not to let the deep pass beat them, but Kennedy isn't even going to throw it as he gets another first on the ground. Once again, the Colts not even bothering to contain Kennedy and lets him run wild for another first. 23 seconds left in the half. Kennedy drops back and is swallowed up immediately. 2nd and goal, 12 seconds. Kennedy tries to run again, but is stopped at the 2. 7 seconds left, 3rd and goal. Kennedy throws to Poole, who makes the catch to keep the game close before half. Browns down, but they are not out. 10-14. Second half begins. Trent Green throws to Gadsden and Moss intercepts it. 2nd week in a row the Browns have an interception to start the half. Browns near midfield, and look at this. Mr. Kennedy is still in at quarterback and throws a bullet to Hayes, who got behind the defender but wasn't able to outrun him, tackled inside the 30. I haven't heard much from William Green. Today he didn't break any big runs, but he's still an efficient runner. Add that to the fact that Kennedy is as much of a threat on the ground, the Colts don't seem to have an answer for him. Browns are now in the red zone. After a penalty, Kennedy play action, throws to Hayes in what can only be called a very poorly placed ball, and the defender somehow doesn't come down with it. Touchdown Browns, they now lead 17-14. Indianapolis didn't get to the championship game by laying down to anyone. Green throws a laser to Davis, who's been coming in clutch against his former team. 3 plays later, after an offensive holding, 3rd and 20, Green heaves it deep to Dallas Clark, who has a lot of separation. A play later, Green throws a quick pass to Davis to get close to the first down. Next play, they hand the ball off to James, who gets them into the red zone once again. At the 15-yard line, Green in the pocket, throws over the middle, Dallas Clark for a touchdown. He should change his name to Indianapolis Clark. Colts now up 21-17. Now things are getting interesting. Mr. Kennedy has the ball but doesn't run with it, instead opting to throw it. Poole, who makes the catch and gets them in midfield, but wait a minute. The refs think he crossed the line of scrimmage. Who can blame him, considering Kennedy has ran with the ball every chance he gets? But under the review, it clearly shows that he wasn't even close to passing the line. The next play, Kennedy rolls out and doesn't stop rolling, and the Colts behave him as he rushes past the first down and into Colts territory. A play later, Kennedy has a lane to run through, but he decides to throw it to Padilla for a first down. Browns are back in the red zone. Another play later, Kennedy scrambles to his right, tries to take it himself, but is stopped short of the goal line. Next play, 3rd and goal, and Mr. Kennedy takes off with it, no intention of throwing, gets the touchdown to give Cleveland the lead, 24-21 going into the 4th quarter. 3rd and 7 for the Colts. Green looks to his tight end, Clark, but the route is short of the first, and confusingly, instead of going for it on 4th and short with this much time left on the clock, they punt it. Under 4 minutes left, Ichimondu takes the counter to the edge and gets the first down, extending the drive. Next play, Kennedy drops back and throws it to Hayes, who got behind the defense for a big gain, making everyone look hazy on that play. Browns are rolling right now, handing off to Ichimondu, who looks like he's going to get stuffed, but somehow finds the edge and stays inbound. They go back to Ichimondu on 2nd and 2, who gets tackled but falls forward for the first down. We're at 2 minutes left in the quarter. Kennedy takes the ball, rolls out to his right, tries to stay inbound, but is pushed out. 3rd down now, they toss it to Ichimondu, who takes it to the left, cuts up, and he isn't even close for a first down. They choose to try and end it here. Kennedy drops back, then runs forward for the first down and is met at the markers. 3rd and 7, the Browns look like they're not even trying to end the game. Ichimondu gets the ball, but is short of the first. Less than a minute left now. 4th down once again. Kennedy moves to his left, almost sacked, but a great block and scrambled for another first down. The game is over, no timeouts for the Colts. They still hand the ball off to Ichimondu, who takes it in for a touchdown. They're now up 31-21, unnecessary score. I'm sure the coach of the Colts is fuming right now. With that, the game is over. Browns move on to the Super Bowl, where they will face the 9-7 Chicago Bears team, who somehow managed to make a miraculous run. The question now will be, can they put up a fight against this devious Browns team? And that is it for this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and feel free to comment if the Browns running up the score was justifiable.